Are we live? We are live. Hello. Hello. Welcome in, everyone. We'll do a round of introductions real quick. Let me just check and make sure this video is working or the stream is working. But thank you for coming. I'm Lindy Jung. I am a science fiction and fantasy writer, and let's throw it to Natalie. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi, I'm Natalie. I make videos on the internet sometimes, and I write books. And right now I'm working on a young adult fantasy novel that is very loosely inspired by the animated film Anastasia. And I'm like 62-ish thousand words into it. And that's what I'm working on today.
Nice.
And if you hear noise in the background, I have 2 dogs and they're both chewing on bones.
They're such characters. I feel like they're very important background characters to like everything you do.
They certainly are.
I'll go. Hi guys, my name is Becca. I'm also a writer. I'm currently working on my 90s autumn ghost story that I'm working on right now. It's not spooky at all. Think more lit fic / upmarket fiction. And I also make videos on the internet occasionally. I'm currently doing a little bit of Vlogmas. I decided to cut it down to 12 days of Vlogmas to like save my sanity. But you can go and catch up on that over on my channel.
Nice. Okay, so we have some familiar faces in chat and then some questions if you guys wanted to do like a round of questions before we dive into the writing of it all.
Sure.
We have Joy in chat. Hi, Joy.
Hi, Joy.
And wow, a lot of people I actually don't recognize. I feel like I got used to a certain group of folks with my streams for a while. I do know Sierra. Hi, Sierra. And then Emily, Adam, another Emily, Ari. I'm so Miley.
Miley.
I think it's Miley.
Thank you. Okay. I'm sorry. It's not personal. I'm just a little bit stupid today.
You're not stupid.
I feel
also, how long has it been since you streamed? Let's be real. It's been a minute, hasn't it?
A minute. Yeah, I'm a little rusty. It's been a couple months actually, and I feel like it's always so awkward in the beginning, but it's okay.
I feel like if you go like 2 weeks without streaming, getting back to streaming is really weird. You know, like if you just even a little bit get out of routine, you're like, how do I'm live on the internet.
People are looking at me.
And it's fine.
Okay, so we do have a question to start off, and it is, what's your favorite part of the drafting process, from Sierra? If we want to go like reverse, like counterclockwise, start with Becca maybe.
Yes.
If you're ready. Sorry to put you on the spot.
No. I mentally prepared. My anxiety mentally prepares me for things like that. So I'm like locked and ready to go. I think
we're not growling right now. Sorry.
It's the dogs, huh?
Ooh, rainbow shell?
Is it the baby or is it your other dog? Yes, young goose.
The baby.
I think for me, my favorite part of the drafting process would have to be, honestly, just like the freedom that it provides. Like when I'm doing like draft 1, I have fully mastered the art of being like, this is going to be a hot pile of garbage and I'm going to let myself have that. And I think it like just allows me to have a lot more fun with the project and just make it exist. It is a mess I have to clean up in the subsequent drafts. I'm hoping that once I get by like my 3rd or 4th book, I'll have like a much better like process in place for that. But I definitely think just having the ability of like, it's just you and the draft and you get to be as bad as you want and no one's really going to see it. Like that is really fun for me. So I think that's my favorite part.
My favorite part of the drafting process is when it's over. Drafting and I are not the bestest of friends. I'm a revision girl. I'm a line edit copy girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you? I want to tear my hair out.
Well, because you're in the thick of revision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also am hating drafting right now, but I do love the like little surprises that come up as you're writing. Because do you guys work off of outlines for the first
I
draft?
do.
Or two pants? Okay. Yeah. So going from like outline to fleshing it out, I think that's a very cool process. But right now I hate drafting and I don't want to do it. So that's my official stance.
It takes
I
so
think
much effort, you know?
it does.
Mhm.
It takes so much more mental energy to
Yes.
just like make something out of nothing.
Ooh, I have a follow-up question for you.
Did you just
actually,
raise
Lynn.
your hand?
I did, and it's not because you're a teacher. I promise.
Sorry. I didn't mean to say that with such like
Disdain.
I just wanted to be. I hate feeling like I'm interrupting people during stream, so I always like raise my hand. Since you are agented and you kind of already gone through like you had this process of moths where you were doing it on your own timeline, and I think it took you like a couple years. How is it for you drafting on a deadline, like an actual deadline?
It's not fun. But
Okay.
also I thrive under pressure and I like to be stressed out because it's when I'm my most productive. So that aspect of it I think is helpful. Like I really am producing some of my best work, but especially with like the full-time job, I still feel so new at my job, and it's I just sometimes feel like I could quit. I'm not going to, but I'm like, you know, where it just feels like at this stage in my career where I want to keep writing. I want my next book to be like even better than my debut. Does that make sense? And it feels like I'm shooting myself in the foot by not giving myself the opportunity to fully focus on and prioritize full-time writing, even though I know I would hate full-time writing. But your question was not that. Your question was, how does it feel writing on a deadline?
Oh, you hate it.
It's bad. Yeah, I hate it. I think I hate it though because of other things, is what I'm trying to say.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think it's a necessary part of the career trajectory of like trad pub, you know, where you're kind of not working for yourself anymore. But yeah, it's not fun, and I don't think anyone would claim it's fun.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yep. Yeah. Cool. I think the other question, oh, I already pulled it up. It's from Alyssa. It is, what are you guys working on this live stream? And they are going to be working on their retelling of the Virgin River series. Quick Google. Natalie, do you want to start off?
Sure. So I am working on my young adult fantasy novel. I am currently in draft 3. And I have just hit the point where I can now copy over a lot of the old draft into this, kind of make it fit what the current draft is, and then I'll write my finale and I'll be done with this draft. In a crazy, crazy timeline of my brain, I can do that before the end of the year, but we'll see.
I mean, if the second half, I'm still delusional. I can do the same. So we're right there. We're right there.
I'm constantly delusional about this, how fast I can write things.
I like to pretend I'm Taylor when I'm very much not.
Same.
Oh,
Taylor's like 40,000 words in a weekend. I could do it. I was like, yeah, I could probably also do that.
Oh my God.
3. Yeah.
Just clutching my pearls here. Jeez.
I know.
Truly.
Yeah, are on something else. That's incredible.
Mm-hmm. What are you working on, Becca?
And me? Okay, so I am. I'm on chapter 11 of my draft 3. I am also kind of in the similar boat as Natalie, where like I had to heavily rewrite my Act 2 Part 1. So I'm like 1 or 2 chapters away from the midpoint, and then like that whole second half of the book developmentally, I don't see it changing a lot. So I think what I'm going to go through is just like check it for like continuity errors, and like I said I wasn't going to do a line level pass, but I am actually tweaking some things at the line level because I cannot resist it. Listen, I have like 2 weeks at the end of the month where I have nothing but time to dedicate to it. So yeah, I very much so feel like, if not finish it, maybe get dangerously close. So yeah, I'm working on my book that I talked about at the beginning in my intro. So
Nice. Did I say what I was working on
no,
Sure
in the intro?
didn't.
Oh, guys, it's been a minute. I'm working on Project Cribs. It's a gothic adult fantasy novel about necromancers. Hoping it's going to be my sophomore novel, and it is just it's okay. So I got almost 80,000 words into draft 0.75, which is like the proto first draft that was really messy and choppy, and I was just kind of like vomiting words onto the page, but it wasn't quite a draft 0. And now I'm going into draft 1, which is what will be read by other people in the publishing sphere, and see what comes of that. And my deadline is in January. So
early,
fun.
mid, or late January?
I'm saying late because
Fair
I
enough.
just heard January, so that's late January to me. But I feel like if I don't get most of it done during my winter break, then I'm just I'm cooked, as the kids say.
As the youth do be saying.
As the youth say. I've started saying chat in class. I'll be like, okay, chat.
That's actually awesome.
No, it's bad.
Amazing.
Why am I so influenced by like children?
Okay, the sad
work
thing
with
is
them all
the
day.
lingo is like, it's so catchy.
It is.
Because why am I calling things chopped? Why is that infiltrating my vocabulary? I go to my husband and I'm like, ugh, unc. And I'm like, okay, first of all, does that mean uncle or does that mean uncool? Because I have heard two conflicting messages.
I think it's uncle. It's uncle because it's old.
Guys, I haven't even heard that one.
Chopped and unc. Chopped and unc.
Wait, Becca, where are you hearing these?
TikTok before I deleted it.
Oh.
Which you can see why. You can see why.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Everyone in the chat, hey chat, actual
Oh,
chat.
God.
Please drop whatever Gen Z is saying these days so I can be educated.
Oh, it's Gen Alpha.
It's Gen Alpha.
See, I don't even know. I don't work with youth people.
That's okay. You don't need to. It's
Better not.
it's not for everyone, for sure. I think I'm just like constantly entertained, so that's what like really keeps me going. Is every day it's like a little TV show where I'm like, what are you guys even talking about? Like, what is this?
Miley just said Gen Alpha is in their 20s right now. That really hurts.
No, Gen Z is in their 20s right now.
It just hurts me.
Have you guys seen the Robert Pattinson like I'm Gen Z thing?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Like, what year were you born?
He's like, no. He is so the definition of like a weird little guy.
Yeah,
I adore
Joe
him
Jonas.
so much. Oh my
They
God.
have the same
so weird.
personality.
My favorite thing about him is that he flat out lies during interviews. Like he just doesn't care. And I respect that. That would be me if I were ever a public figure.
Yeah.
It could be you now. Just start making stuff up.
Honestly, look at how you caught yourself. I feel like that was the teacher in you.
I didn't
Being
say
so
it.
proper.
It's because they watch my videos, man. They started asking about my jalapeno cheddar croissants that I talk about in every video.
They're invested.
Hey,
No, they're like, this
block
is
hours,
boring. It's
okay?
like for adults. I'm like, yeah, you're not the target audience. So stop.
Just accept
sorry,
your
I will
AdSense
stop.
payment, Lynn. Say thank you.
That's what Alex is always like, a views of you. I'm like, no, there's boundaries. But yeah, anyway, I'll stop talking about my kids. I'm like a dog parent at this point.
Listen, they are a big part of your life.
They are. That's very annoying. But yes, a lot of 6-7.
That I have heard that one. I don't know what it means, but I have heard
Nothing.
it.
Like it's gibberish. It's nothing.
Oh,
It's just
okay. Cool.
the funny number.
First draft is cooked.
I love that people are learning new things through our live stream.
Mhm.
do you guys want to just jump into a sprint? Because I don't know about y'all,
Yeah.
but I need to write like really badly.
Same.
What if we just talked the whole time?
The whole time
The whole time.
as you sip your drink.
Yep.
Yep.
Dang it.
We'll talk a lot after this. How about that? I'll make a deal.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
I did miss catching up
Valid.
with you guys. I haven't seen Natalie. I haven't seen you in a bit.
I
see
haven't seen
Becca
it either.
sometimes in person, which is nice.
I annoy Lynn all the time, so it's fine.
I live
What
like
are you talking about?
4,000 miles away from you guys, so it's fine.
It's tragic. It's okay. We'll reunite soon enough.
Mhm.
All right. 30 minutes sound good to everyone?
Let's do it.
Is there like an ad on this for Discord? Okay. I'm gonna start it. Guys, I'm crashing out.
You can't
Let's
crash out.
go.
You haven't written a word yet.
I know. Well, I did earlier.
Okay.
Timer started.
Okay. I'm gonna shut up.
Writing. Okay, that was 30 minutes. How'd it go?
I was so locked in that your voice shocked me.
Same. The
Yeah.
timer didn't make a noise, so I don't know how long. But yeah, that went by so quick. What the hell?
I know, that was really fast.
Yeah. Okay, what'd you guys work on? What'd you get done?
I finished chapter 27 and I'm about halfway through chapter 28. I found a very, very, very small plot hole now that I have like changed the first half of the book, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to fix that. But it's not like it only affects this chapter, so just something I have to work through quickly. But I got about 500 words, 534.
Nice.
I'm at a point where I need to read through the next 2-ish chapters to decide how I'm gonna tackle this, because I think I actually need to omit one. But I was rereading chapter 11, and then I was about to start editing and redrafting it when the Lynn timer went off.
I'm sorry for disrupting your focus.
How dare you break
That
our
went by
workflow?
really fast though. Like I looked up and I was like, "What?"
No, that was good. Like that was the most focused I felt in a really long time. Streams work. I should do them more. I always am like, wow, I actually got so much done with other people. And then I just ignore that. Yeah. For me, I'm still in chapter 3, but I'm nearing the tail end. But I think I have to revisit this one again because it is just, it's not giving what it needs to give. I don't know how else to put it.
This is the polished chapter 3, yes?
Yeah, this is
Or
going to
is
be
it
the
the-
polished chapter
okay.
3. Yeah. And it was like very actiony in its first iteration, but I just don't think that works for this stage of this particular book.
You got this. I feel like Crips is challenging you in a way that like you're not vibing with.
No, it's good though, because it's just kind of whiplash. Because when I started out with Crips, I was like, this is gonna be the easiest book I've ever written. Every book is a challenge. Every book is a nightmare. Also,
every book is a nightmare that we willingly return to.
Yes, it's just lucid dreaming through a nightmare.
There's your encouragement, everyone, on this Saturday.
Writing's a nightmare. Don't do it.
Writing is my therapy.
It is. Miley pointed out that we're matching Becca, which was an accident.
This
like
was unintentional, 100%.
I think.
But tell them what you guys thought you looked like.
Can I show a visual?
Oh yeah, visual aid is
Absolutely.
allowed.
Oh wait, hold on.
It's worth it, actually.
Drop in the chat what you think they resemble. Oh, it's too late. It already came up.
Damn.
I'm sorry, it came up.
It's even
Incredible.
better than I imagined. Yeah.
It always is like my memory does not do this image justice because it's so like
That
it's a
smug little look on his face is just the best. It's
he
like
knows he's eating. Like
I'm killing it.
the haircut is really it's bad, but the rest of it, that shit.
I'll never get over the fact that this man has a hair care line in Target.
He's bald. What? What do you mean? Is it for baldness?
At that point, is it just skincare?
Oh, well, it's like no, it's like legit, like shampoo, conditioner. Like
For your,
I can't.
if you, that's not my journey. That's not my business.
He had hair at one point,
He did.
so
He did.
Then no.
It just kind of does like everything. I feel like he should do makeup next.
I think he should try drag. I've said this before. This is not an original thought that
Really?
I've had. I think he would be really good in drag.
I think most people should try drag, like,
Honestly,
for their own
yeah.
well-being. Try
Okay.
it. It's fun. You might
Yeah.
discover something about yourself.
But just this giant man
Yeah.
with his giant neck and how funny he is, like how serious he is, but how funny he is. I feel like he could do something there.
No, I think you're onto something. I think he could.
We
I think
should
Jack
create a
Black
show.
would also.
Sorry.
Oh, Jack Black would kill it. Is that who you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I think we should create a show where we nominate like celebrities to do drag, and then we like find famous drag queens to teach them how to do it.
Dancing with the Stars, but drag.
Dancing with the Stars, but drag.
Dancing with the drag. No.
Dancing with
That's
the
not
dragging the
That's not
stars.
anything.
Dragging the stars.
Dragging the Stars. Oh my gosh.
That's it. That's it.
Natalie,
That's it.
we need your connections.
Trademark.
We need to get this going.
I'll come
Someone
back.
asked what his drag name would be, and my vote, I'm submitting Pebbles because from the Flintstones.
Wait.
Or like
I love
gravel.
Yeah,
Gravel?
no, there's something there. There's asphalt. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Asphalt is crazy.
I don't know.
But it's spelled like
But
the bad kind of.
But like 2 words, you know?
Fully like ass and then fall. There's a joke in there somewhere for sure.
There is.
Chanel
Wait,
got
no,
it.
it's spelled
Chanel
that.
got
It's
it.
spelled like that is not good. It looks like assault.
Okay, listen. I'm
The F is crucial.
connected to the rock by like 3 degrees of separation. Like I could get to him. Right?
One.
Like, I could do it.
No, 2. I've got 2.
You've got 2. Becca, call your
I've got
people.
2. I do have.
I've met his daughter. But it was like 10
hate
years ago.
that That's the case. You met his daughter.
Yeah,
His
at Disney
daughter?
World,
Interesting. Oh, very cute.
as you do.
It's like the Kevin Bacon theory. We're all just like everyone's just like a couple degrees removed from Kevin Bacon.
Heck yeah.
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 You can get The Rock. I can get Jason Momoa. I'm connected to him by like 1 degree of separation or whatever.
How? Say more.
Incredible.
My dad works with him. So Jason Momoa got like really big into rock climbing in, I don't know, the past like 5 years or so. And
I don't know what he and The
he
Rock
made-
do in their spare time. I don't want to know that.
Yeah. Well, apparently he's very big and friendly, but he did like I can't think of another, like a collab line with a rock climbing company that my dad works for or has done work for. And my dad, I think, has been to his house.
Lit.
Oh, okay. Your dad's kind of like low key, his own little celebrity, though.
He is. Like, if you're in a certain niche, my dad is a person whose name you would know.
Wait, should I Google your dad? Who's your dad?
But it's like for rock climbing. Here, I'll text you.
lynndjungbooks dad.
I love that Lynn's gotten to the point of being on
Is
the
he a
internet
doctor
where
in
like
Canada?
No.
No, damn.
no,
Oh my
rock
God, my mom's
climbing,
a
babes.
nurse,
Rock climbing.
though. Yeah, rock climbing.
Lindy Jung dad rock climbing?
I don't know.
She's about to send you the hard
I'm gonna
admittance via
text
text,
you.
babes.
Yeah, hold on.
Don't out her father just
Not
yet.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I don't. My dad is like very online. Okay, so if you look him up, just his name. That's why did I just type Rock Blimgin?
You know.
But it's again like it's very niche. But he does design
Your
climbing gear.
dad's cute.
Are you looking at the right person?
Like I just want to push his little face.
This is Emily's like can't handle this conversation.
To be fair, we have strayed so far from a writing live stream.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Pitching
I'm here for the
that
vibe.
show. Speaking of which, last note on this, my friend Lucia, her and her like comedy friends put on this like variety comedy show. And one of the acts, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to read. One of the acts was a a drag queen called Dairy Queen. It was my first time like seeing drag in person. I now want to see Trixie and Katya live. Like,
Oh my god,
I
they're
need
so
that
fun
even
live.
much more, like so much.
I was like literally in the nosebleed seats because I saw them live in Madison
Oh,
like
yes.
almost a year ago. God, where does the time go? But I was in the nosebleed seats, and I think Trixie was wearing a dress that was so sparkly it was still like blinding me from that distance.
That sounds like her. That sounds like her.
Wow.
It was a hoot and a half.
I have never seen drag live.
It's fun.
I
They were
know.
just sitting like and talking, but they're still in full drag.
That's all I want, honestly.
Just to sit and
I
talk.
love the process. I love Trixie's videos. I love the process of watching them get in drag. It's like so
Right?
fascinating to me. It's like,
Mhm.
how are you better at makeup than I am? Ugh.
They're professional.
Anyway, writing books or
Writing books. Yeah. What are some goals? We're getting up to the end of 2025. What are some goals you guys have for 26?
7-figure publishing deal.
Okay, that's a good goal.
Oh,
Thank you.
yep.
Don't look surprised, Becca. That's insulting.
No. Not because I don't think you can do it.
Thank you.
Not because I don't think you can do it, but because I did not dream big enough.
Yeah.
Because mine was just to start querying and see how that goes.
That's not a dream, that's a goal. What's your dream?
My
Mhm.
dream for next year?
Wait, did I say goal or dream?
Which one did you say? I thought you said dream.
Oh, you know.
Well,
Both.
that's my goal.
Let's go both.
My dream would be.
That's no fun.
We can
What
do.
would my dream be for next year? It's very like simple, but it's actually something that Edwin and I were talking about today. Have you guys ever heard of Mackinac Island up near Michigan?
Yeah.
Okay,
Ice cream.
so do you say ice cream?
Isn't there an ice cream called that?
Probably. I'm not sure.
Looking it up.
Um,
That's my best friend today.
But for those of you that don't know what Mackinac Island is, it's this little island north of Michigan, I think. It's like up near the UP, I think. And there's no cars allowed. You have to get there by ferry. It's very like idyllic, very cutesy. They decorate it so cute for Christmas. Like Edward and I are trying to see if we can go there last minute this year. But we really want to take our baby there next year for Christmas for like a little family, like our first family vacation. So that would be like my dream if we could make that happen.
That's so cute.
I love that.
You're gonna be such a cute mom. I love it.
I can't wait. Yes.
Taylor Ann Wright keeps texting me.
Okay, tell her to get into the stream.
She says I'm
Yeah.
on an airplane.
Oh.
Oh, she's in California. Huh?
Yeah, she's coming back from
She's
California.
not in California. She's on a plane, Becca. I just said that.
Listen, Natalie,
Listen, Becca?
I can't handle you right now.
Oh my gosh, not the beef.
Oh my god.
It's a cute
Cool.
dream though. I like
Wait,
that.
Lynn,
Yep.
what are your dreams
Yeah.
and goals? I almost said drolls.
Drolls. My droll is to finish my book and have it not be bad. Like that's all I can focus on right now. My dream is for debut year to go really well. But I don't really have a metric for what well is because I'm being very cautious about like my expectations, I think.
Mhm.
And also I'm in denial that I'm publishing a book next year. It scares me.
In the fall, it's gonna come by so quick.
Yeah.
Not to freak you out. It was meant to be like it's exciting.
It is. And it's a weird mix of like I'm so excited for this book to come out and like for that huge life goal to be accomplished, but I'm also like, oh, what if I'm like screwed up real bad by trying to even do this? But yeah.
Well, let's unpack that. What do you think is like the worst thing that could happen? Like, why do you think you messed up?
I feel like there are some things in this book, like some themes and topics that are approached that I'm going to be upfront. So the main character's deal is that she was like abused by a mentor figure in her life.
Mhm.
And so it's a lot of examinations of that. And one of the big themes is like non-linear healing journeys. So she acts very messy, and I'm very protective of her. I shouldn't even say messy. She's reacting to trauma. I'm so protective of her. And in a lot of ways, because like her journey is kind of a self-insert of my journey, not a one-to-one. And obviously there's more nuance than that. But I feel like any bad faith interpretation of what she goes through and how she progresses is like, it reflects onto me in a weird way. So I'm kind of, I have trepidation because of that, because of how personal the book is. I also have trepidation of just like, oh, what if it's been bad this whole time and I just didn't realize? But I do think that regardless of what we think about traditional publishing in this day and age, and how, you know, we're kind of getting to this point of late stage capitalism where the hype and the marketing and sprayed edges and all that crap are overshadowing quality of a book sometimes. And I feel like we can all acknowledge that some of the biggest books of the past couple years were a step down in quality, maybe. Yeah, even just in terms of basic like copy editing. Regardless of that, I do still think that for people who go through the traditional like steps of trad pub, there is at least some quality bar that you have to hit. And I have hit that, but I'm also like, what if the book isn't good at the same time, if that makes sense?
Well, I can assure you.
Yeah, go ahead, Natalie.
I think both of us can assure you that you're not a bad writer, and knowing how hard you work on things, even though I haven't read the full book, I can pretty confidently say it's not garbage because I know that you wouldn't let that be true. And as for the other thing of being like a self-insert and really not self-insert, but reflective on you as a person, like I think it's really brave to write something like that. And I think it's really honoring past you. And I think if you're able to focus more on that and on, I mean, easier said than done, but like focusing on the positive impact of it and the people who do get it and do love it, hopefully that can outweigh the people who just don't get it because it's not for them.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, just keeping in mind the like actual target audience.
Yeah.
Thanks, Natalie.
I think that's like the thing. It's so funny, like on online spaces when some readers are like, I feel like a lot of people want messy characters, but they want messy, real characters in a way that's digestible and palatable for them, and like what they're looking for as opposed to what the story necessitates. Like, I think I have a very real fear that you like I share that with, because mine is very much so like I wrote this during a part of my life where like I felt rock bottom, and my main Peter is such a reflection of like a lot of my own behaviors. And so that's why I think I'm so terrified for people to read it as well, because it's like, oh, this guy's a dick. And I was like, yeah, me too. So but yeah, I just echo Natalie's sentiments. Yeah, I've read the first 13, 14 chapters. Give it to me. I need it.
You have?
Yeah, you sent them to me.
Oh. Sorry.
Like, hey, can you read this to make sure it makes sense? And I was like,
oh,
give me
yeah.
the whole thing.
That was a bit, when was that? Oh my gosh. At a certain point I was just throwing at the wall. I was like, I can't. Okay. Yeah. So it's pretty different.
Yeah.
But thank you. I appreciate you guys both for the validation. And I hope it doesn't come off as like fishing. I'm just like,
no.
constantly.
No.
Yeah. And at the same time acknowledging like it is such a privilege to have like gotten to this point, and it's such a huge privilege to be able to like publish and have your work read. That's like what, you know, so many writers are striving for. But also it's very scary. Like it's scary. It's a big
You're putting yourself out there in like a massive way. So it's like that's so understandable. And like no one can take that away from you.
Yeah. And you don't have to like undermine the anxiety that you're feeling, because it's valid and it's fair, and it's the more that people talk about it, the more that it's okay for other people to feel it. Because I feel like it's a super common thing to be really, really freaked out by debut year. And I know in a few years when Becca and I get there, we'll be freaking out and we'll call you and you'll be like, man, it's fine.
I'm on the other side of it. Or I'll have become a full hermit and like disappeared on it.
Like actually this drove me to conclusion.
Yeah. It's like actually, yep. No, I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just like, you go and go and go, and then you have to like stop and think about it, and you're like, oh.
Well, it's like this like I love the Plot Twist podcast for this because they had a discussion about this where it's like not only the commodification of your work, but like of you as a person and like how do you navigate that? And then you're just like you're interacting in these spaces in a completely different way now because you are an author and not just like you, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like not to like I don't think that should freak you out at all. I think you've been on the internet.
I think so. I
as long
think
as
that's
any of
helped
us,
me
and it's like
prepare in a lot of ways, which is why I feel like I've stuck with it.
yeah.
I do love the like community interaction aspects, and like 99% of the people we talk to here on YouTube are really lovely. So I'm hoping that that like translates into readership, as most people are lovely, and there's just that little percentage of not quite so kind people. But that's life. That's everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at us getting philosophical.
I know. Thank you guys for listening to my woes.
Thank you for sharing them.
And thank you, chat, for your kind words. Also, Mick is here. Hi, Mick.
What's up, Mick?
I've been listening to Mick and Ari's podcast every Monday, like religiously.
Love.
It's so
Love it.
good. It's perfect. It's like the perfect length for my drive to work.
Mm-hmm. If you guys aren't listening to Craft and Crash Outs every Monday, you should be.
You should.
Just saying.
Yep. I'm typing it in.
Mm-hmm.
Craft and Crash Outs. Listen wherever podcasts are. I almost said sold, but podcasts are available.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I write. I know words.
Listen, today, what did I say? I was in the car with my husband, and I was like, "Oh yeah, they just have like a different viewpoint when it comes to nakedness." I was like, "Nudity? That's the word." I don't know. I drop words all the time.
Oh yeah. It's the brain.
What are you talking about?
Oh God, please don't make me get into this. Okay. We were talking about so my husband and I really like watching anime. We just finished My Hero Academia. And one of our other really favorite animes is Dandadan. The first episode, however, is very off-putting in a way. Like it's just very jarring, right? And I was like, oh well, like from my understanding, and I could be totally wrong, I think like I was talking specifically about like bathhouse culture and like physicality in like East Asian countries. Because like it's like there's like a I feel like they just see that differently, like than we do. And so so that's what I was trying to like say in context. And I was just like, yeah, nakedness. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. No one's naked in the show. It was a whole other tangent, I swear. Okay, and now that I'm thoroughly embarrassed, can we do
no feet? You're like sprinting to hide.
Nobody look at me. Cut the cameras. Cut it. I'm done.
Should we do another 30 or is that running a little long?
Whatever you want, dude.
I'm fine with 30.
I'm fine with 32. 30 felt good.
30 felt good.
Very fast. I might have to run to the bathroom though.
Okay.
Honestly,
okay. All right. Bathroom break, and we'll just have the timer go. Good luck, everyone. I don't know why the sound went off that time. I don't know if it went off for you guys at all, actually, but
It did.
oh, good. How'd it go for everyone?
It's good. I finished another chapter. Not writing the whole thing because it was a lot of copy over words, but like going through it, fixing the things, and yeah, I'm on to the next chapter. So I feel fantastic. How'd you do, Miss Becca?
I'm getting into the practice of reverse outlining my chapters, which is helping a lot to like find the purpose of it. So I ended up reverse outlining this chapter, which is good. Gonna be good, I think. What about you?
I finished up chapter 3, but I didn't go back and look over it because I just like can't right now. I moved on to chapter 4, but yeah, it's quote unquote done. So, you know, that was a big roadblock. Like it was actually weeks of fighting that chapter.
It's over. You did it.
It's over until I look at it again. But yes, for now it is over. I have accomplished something. We have a question in the chat if you guys want to.
Yeah.
What does the first draft look for y'all? Does it resemble the prose you want for the finished project, or is it more like a zero draft / sketch of scenes? Good question. I'm gonna call on Natalie.
Okay, teacher Lynn. So my first drafts, I start with an outline. So in the outline, it's more what my outlines are basically what other people would call a zero draft. So like I make a table in like Google Sheets or whatever, and I'll say chapter, scene, and then what happens in the scene, and just like brain dump as far as I can go. And that's more like not prose, but like this happens and then this happens and then this happens. Natalie, remember you wanted this thing, like actually talking to myself. So my actual first draft does have prose resembling what I would want like in a book. It's never pretty and it definitely needs line editing and also a lot of developmental editing. But in general, yes, my first drafts look book-like, which I know is not common for a lot of people. Becca?
It's really interesting. I'm gonna choose to differentiate between a first draft and a zero draft because my zero drafts are really. I'm one of those people where when I get an idea, I do want to like act on it pretty quickly. So I start zero drafting and I'm just like, okay, like what elements of the genre that I'm writing in do I want to incorporate? What kind of scenes do I want to indulge in? And then that ends up being like a 40 to 50,000 word hodgepodge of just like stuff that I indulged in. But for like a first draft, I at that point I'm outlining and I try really hard to stick to it, even if I end up deciding to change things later on, because it does eventually help me ideate like, okay, I want to keep this. I don't want to keep this. So it's really, for me, I think like sketches of scenes is such a great way to describe it because that's how I work. And then once I have those scenes, I decide, okay, do I want to keep it? Does it need to go? And then I can figure out the actual through line of the story to help me put together a much more cohesive next draft, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. For me, I don't know, man. I feel like it changes literally every time. Like I sit on here and I talk on YouTube about process. I'm like, I don't have a set process at all. But I am like hippy dippy in the sense that I'm like every single book is like a journey. So it's gonna look a little different. But I am a person who gets really stuck on prose and making things sound pretty. So generally speaking, my prose for that first draft is going to be close to what it'll look like. But then usually I hit the midpoint and I get tired. So after the midpoint, the writing is like messy.
Relatable. Very relatable.
Yeah. I think that's a good distinction too, because I'm sorry, go ahead, Natalie.
No, you go.
This is why I raised my hand. I remember, I'm saying that because that's like what's worked with me for like Eden and the book that I wrote before this ish. Like I know the next book I write is going to feel and look completely different and demand something completely different of me to like get out. So I think that's just a good distinction.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've said it before too, but this is my 7th or 8th book. I always forget the number, but I don't think I've ever written a book the same way. Like I think my process, and granted, I like have grown up a lot. I started writing books when I was very young. So I
Mhm.
feel like I've also grown, but my process changes with every single one. So I don't
think
know
that's
if I'll
like,
ever have a set version either.
yeah, because I'm like, at what point does it stop being fun if you've like
Yeah.
mechanized
Got
and
a
perfected
formula.
the process? Yeah, I'm like, where's the discovery? I don't know. Not to be critical of people who have it down, because like, good for
Right.
you. Like, it's genuinely like good on you. But I think it's, you know, it doesn't. You don't need to have a set process, and we're all just kind of figuring
Mhm.
stuff out.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something you guys have to have with you when you do sit down to write, no matter where you're at in the process?
A name.
Like an object.
Either for the story or for like your actual like environment, or like you're like, okay, if I'm gonna sit down to write, I want to have this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Before I get to my first draft, I have to have everybody named. Like if I don't have a name for a character, I'm like, how am I supposed to know who this is? So like I can't like placeholder names. Like I can in an outline
Is that a
placeholder name,
thing?
but like when I
Wait.
actually go to write, yeah, like some people do that. I can't do that.
Wow.
Like people will just put like
can't.
MC, like main character or male character or whatever. I'm like, I can't do that.
I couldn't. Yeah.
I'd get so confused.
I know. It'd be like
Who am I speaking about?
MC Hammer.
Yeah. I know Sarah LeBrot did that for her
What?
book. Yeah.
That's
I was like, I
wild.
can't do that. Sarah, I can't do that.
I can't either. Mine's very similar in that my characters need to be like people in my head, or I can't do anything.
Yeah.
I need to know who they are, what they'd be doing at any given moment. Like, and that comes to me very quickly now, thankfully, but I really have to like feel them as people before I do anything in the story.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Becca?
I have to know the themes, because that drives so much of the interactions that I feel like people need to have, and like the scenes that help facilitate those interactions. So I have to know, like, I think the heart of what it is that I'm writing, so that I can be like, yes, this is something I want to carry out to the end and see it to fruition. Like that motivates me like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Chaos.
Chaos sometimes. I like that though. I like that you're such like a theme forward writer, because I feel like we need more of that in the world.
Oh, yeah, I hope. I mean,
Yeah.
I know people operate differently, but like, I don't know. That's just like, it's what keeps me going.
Yeah, and that's good. Like we need variety, and I think, you know, there's the proliferation seems to be like trope forward writers, which isn't bad. I love a tropey book once in a while, but if that's all there is, you know, we're losing out on other perspectives and approaches.
I feel like I always accidentally find the theme. Like I read through my draft one and I'm like, oh, I really am really hitting people over the head with this theme that I didn't realize I was writing. That's what happened with this book. I was like, oh, all right. We have opinions.
Well, and I think it's really interesting too, because like when you start, sometimes you have an idea of what you want to talk about, and then you start writing the book and you're just like, oh, this is actually what I'm trying to get at. And because like it'll come out through your characters or your story or something if you like let it. And then you're like, okay, that's why X, Y, and Z wasn't working. It's because I'm actually discussing, because like Peter has changed so much as a character in my story. Like my male main character, where he was this like kind of bumbling he still is really anxious, but he's just kind of like this like really timid kind of person. He's a jerk from the get now, and that facilitates his character arc much more strongly with the themes that I'm trying to like, and there's a reason for it, but like it's just it's so interesting. They evolve. They really do evolve on their own.
Yeah, they do. They do. It honestly, I think I'm just stealing from Ari and Meg, but it is like witchcraft, right? Where it's like, how did this imaginary person and these imaginary ideas in this world, like, I don't even know how it gets there.
Or you're
but I
like
wanted
typing and you're like, how did that even come out of my brain? Like, I didn't say that. That just came out. It's literally wild.
It's crazy. And, you know, STEM girly here, our brains are so fascinating, and I don't think we understand them at all. But it's so cool that we can do that. And like, there's no purpose for it, really, like evolutionarily speaking, if you really cut down to it. But it's cool that we do that. And we also generate anxiety. Brains are weird. I also wanted to ask, do you guys feel like themes for you typically manifest more strongly in plot or character? Like, what is driving the themes in your work?
This might be a cop-out, but to me the ideal is always both. Like, because I feel sometimes when a book is too character heavy and like too introspection heavy, which mind you, I love introspection. Most of my book is introspection. Not most, but like a good chunk of it, he needs to reflect. Like, it's nice because you get that moment, but then when the plot and like the circumstances that are helping push the character towards those introspections are like solid and make sense, I just feel like it interweaves so much more naturally, and it just kind of like, it doesn't feel like you're being taken out of a story for a second to like have this moment and then put back into it for like plot. I don't know. I think both is like the sweet spot. And that's also incredibly hard to do, I feel like.
Yeah, that's the goal, but also like for me,
this is what I'm trying to do, and I'm just like
difficult to attain.
I think theme for me comes out in a little bit like Becca, where it's like the character in the situation, like the two paired together is what facilitates the theme. I don't like I also write messy people with problems and opinions that are usually wrong in the beginning, and like they can't teach the reader anything on their own, and the situation can't teach the reader anything on their own, but the character in the situation can, I guess. So yeah, similar. I think I have to do both, and they have to click together like a Lego or a puzzle piece to make it all make sense.
Yeah.
I'm working with Duplo blocks, so you know,
cool.
For babies.
Aw. Cute. I didn't know they made Legos for babies. Okay, maybe a couple more questions and then
Lynn, you didn't answer.
Oh, for me it always comes out through characters, so I'm trying to find ways to incorporate plot into it better. But I think for me, it is like character and situation, like you said, Natalie. Like, it's not entirely resting on the characters, but rather like what mess they have gotten themselves into. But I also think I end up revisiting very similar themes a lot. So really like personal ones like grief, and healing, and I don't know. Right? Because there are also themes that are that lend themselves more to plot, and themes that lend themselves more to character, right? Like, you know, revolution or whatever.
And also, like, depending on the story and the character, you can view the same theme from a different perspective.
Yes.
Like, that's like really nice. I'm like, I love a good theme. Anyway.
I know. Yeah. I love the craft of writing. It's just it's so good. Sometimes I wish I did like an English degree just to do the analysis part, because that's so fun.
It's so fun.
Yeah. I get to do it vicariously through my partner who did film studies, which isn't quite the same, but there's a lot of overlap in terms of like story analysis. Yeah. Okay, a couple more questions. Sorry, I'm nosy. And these questions. When drafting, how many chapters does it take you guys to write before you get into the flow state, or are you lucky and feel the flow immediately?
Depends on the day.
Is flow state something that carries through a whole book? I need clarification here from Vicky, but like flow state like what we just did or for 30 minutes or flow state for the whole book?
I feel like some days I sit down and it comes so easily and it does not take very long. And it's usually like if I'm in a certain part of a book that I'm interested in actually writing, or if like, you know, you're seconds away from getting to the midpoint or the climax or whatever, like those are things you actually want to write. And then a lot of times I'm sitting at the keyboard and I'll write 5 words and I'll be like, nope, I'm done. We're done here. Clock it out for the day. So yeah, I don't know. Depends on the day.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I think for my second draft of Eden, I actually sprinted through the end because I'm just like, it was really like me pushing myself to write an ending because 9 times out of 10, I'm like, I don't want to write this. I know what happens. I'm good. Like, let's move on to the next one. But I think like I enter flow state, quote unquote, and I'm going to count that as like for the whole book process for the setup. I love an act 1. I love getting all the pieces ready. Shoot me in the fun and games / act 2 section. But I love an act 1 setup. After that, it usually becomes a little bit more difficult for me to like keep that energy up.
I feel like I struggle until like the last act because it's when everything collides and I'm like really glued to my keyboard. And that's when I really am writing like every day and trying to, but I don't know if it's also like the accomplishment high of trying to get to the end and write the end. But I also don't write linearly. That's the other thing. So I don't know. We're just moving. We're balling. We're doing random stuff.
I cannot.
Yeah.
Bye, Miley. Oh, yeah. Vicky said a solid. No apologies. Oh my gosh. That's just, again, I'm stupid today. But
you're not stupid. Stop
just today, not
yourself.
always. Just today. I have like pre-winter break brain. It's bad. It's not good. Like when it stops feeling difficult to sit down and write it all down. My answer still stands. Last act is when it happens. Yeah.
Last act is when it's hardest for me. Because like everything, the same, for the exact same reason you said, everything is coming together and I'm like, everything's happening at the same time and I just can't let anything fall. What if I forget something?
Like that video of Tobey Maguire at the end of Spider-Man where he's like trying to stop the train and like holding, or like Loki at the end of Time, just like gripping at like all the timelines. I'm like, how do you actually stick the landing on something that where you've been the one to make the mess and you're just like, I don't know how to fix this actually.
Yes.
But it's good.
Maybe it'll change one day. Wait, there was another question that we all kind of write in this space, right? I mean, Becca, you're a little bit more of a gray area, but me and Natalie.
I like low-key think my book is kind of magical realism. Maybe. I've thought about this a lot, but I think like
yeah.
It's a ghost story, so a little bit.
So there's natural.
Becca just defines genres, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull a Selman and just like write a new genre every time I sit down and write a book.
You're just inventing genres.
So casual.
They're gonna name them after you.
When people eventually read my book, I'm very curious to see what they say. Like when they beta read it, like I want them to tell me like, where do you see this sitting on a shelf?
Ooh, that's
I can pictualize it.
Yeah.
Visualize. See? Words. I can't visualize it.
I'm so happy I got to witness that.
Oh my god, that was awful.
No, I love it. That was really loud, but I love it. Anyway, the question: do any of you write fantasy/magical realism? If so, how much world building do you do before starting to draft, or do you build as you go? Can I start this one off?
For sure.
It depends. That's my answer for everything.
Such a nothing answer. I respect you so hard for that. I'm just kidding.
I will always have nothing answers to everything. Because, okay, like Project Crypt's secondary world, right? So a world not based off our own, hard magic system. I world build that crap so hard. And then I ended up changing a lot of stuff. But what was it? Ari's Guide, which was the first book that I queried with and got an agent with, contemporary fantasy. My agent read that and was like, this doesn't make sense. I was like, yeah, I didn't plan any of it. Like, none of the magic system was planned. It's all about the characters and the journey and the vibes. So it really is situational. But I do think that secondary worlds, you have to have something before you start. Because it's like the world is like a character at that point, right? Where it's like, you have to have a sense of what it's like and what it is.
I have a hot take answer, which is that I will do the least amount possible for me to get started.
I do too.
I think if you are doing extensive world building, it means you're procrastinating and telling yourself that you're writing, but you're not. That's my hot take. I just do like the least amount possible to get started, just to get the general shape of what is. And then I write I outline, and then I write the first draft, and then I fix things in the second, third.
I think I need an example. Like, what is the least amount possible?
So in my world for this one, I was like, okay, this is second world fantasy. What do I want the landscape to look like? So I was like, well, there's going to be mountains, and there's going to be like a valley, and then to the north, some type of northern kingdom that will come into play later. And then I knew that there was going to be magic, and so I stopped and thought about the type of magic system I was going to use, and like the very basic rules. Who has it? How does it work? Do we know where it came from? Stuff like that. And then like jotted it down on a piece of paper and said, let's keep going. Let's just write the book, see what happens.
Yeah, there you go. That's all you need. We have a lot of people who were feeling a little called out.
I told you the hot take. People don't always agree with me.
That's a fair take. I think that's a fair take. I think it can get distracting.
I'll also come for people's Pinterest boards and Spotify playlists. If it takes you a couple
Okay, the
hours
Spotify play for me now, Apple Music, but the playlists are important. They set the
Get wrecked.
I'll get
wrecked. If you're sitting there like spending weeks refining something, or even like an excess of like a day for a Pinterest or Spotify playlist, I will give you that.
That's too much.
But I do continuously add to the Eden playlist, so
yeah,
leave me alone.
Songs that like
it can be fun, but it's not brainstorming. It's not writing. It's just playing around.
I think it's prep. I think it's like something because I need to have that playing to get into the headspace. But the Pinterest boards, I've never really understood.
I like them to a certain extent. Like I still have them. I add things to mine every once in a while. I think it's more so for me to understand like the texture of the story and different, like obviously like visual settings and things like that. Understanding like character dynamics, because sometimes a quote can inspire something, or a picture can like spark a scene or something that you've been trying to get to. But like, yeah, again, I don't think you need to be spending copious amounts of time on things like that.
Yeah, I'm like, because if all this is prep, all this is happening before drafting, which for me, I've made Pinterest boards, and like that would happen during drafting. If you're doing this, why not like outlining or writing little scenes with the characters to get to know them? I feel like there's just more efficient prep, but to each their own, and everyone can do their own thing. Ooh, hot take.
This is a really good take, I think.
Yes,
there's
I agree.
A difference between prep work and incubation. Yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
Mise en place and all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys let things marinate for a long time? Becca, you said you're like pretty quick with it.
I do like to act on things, but I'm also one of those writers where like the premise for Eden started off completely differently. So a lot of my story ideas actually evolve.
Same.
Because I'll start pulling at threads and I'll be like, okay, it doesn't work. Like it won't work as a whole in like this lane that I have it in, but there's certain pieces that I really like that I'll then take. What was I? Emily and I were talking and I was telling her that like my first book, Meredith, this is for you once again. My first book that I really started to work on was a Gothic Victorian fantasy romance. And that idea then evolved into a high fantasy. Actually, it wasn't even fantasy that we started. It was just a Gothic Victorian romance. And then, like, I kept pulling apart things that I liked from it because the story as a whole wasn't working. And it ended up evolving into a high fantasy, like, trilogy situation. It just kept, like, marinating on its own. Like, I would, like, write, like, 10,000 words, leave it alone, think about it, change it. So, like, yes, they marinate and they iterate a lot for me. But then I write them as soon as like they change form. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll try drafting that one. Doesn't work, I'll do a different one.
Okay, so you like try to get into it and then
yeah.
I like iterate too as a verb for part of that process.
I think I know myself too well, and I'm a huge procrastinator. So if I don't act on something like right then I know I won't do it. Or like if I get a new story idea, I write it down somewhere, like in my notes app, and then I know it's out of sight, out of mind. I can't think about it right now. I need to focus on this. And then when I can come back to it, like I can go to it. But if I don't marinate, because if I let myself do that, then I will just never write the book because I'll be like, well, I'll come up with a better idea later about this thing. It's like, nope, just have to start, just have to do it. And in the next draft, trust that I can make it better and so on. But yeah, I also iterate. Like this book started, the seed idea was, I wrote in my notes app, Anastasia meets Shakespearean tragedy. That is not what this book is, but that was like the seed idea. Yeah, so they iterate.
Yeah. I was thinking of like Crips and its earliest iteration, which I also marinate for years, by the way, to answer my own question, which I don't know if that's sustainable, but it's just kind of what happens. But Crips started out as like urban fantasy with like kind of pseudo gangs. I don't really like writing stuff with gangs and stuff in them, but it was sort of that like crime fantasy blend in an urban setting, and now it's just totally different. It's so interesting how much an idea can evolve and a premise can evolve.
I think there's also something to say of like an idea. I think there's a difference between that first book that you start writing and like the ideas, the different ideas that you have swimming in your head before you jump into your first long form project. Yeah. And then like when you're in that long form project and you start thinking about the next one, like I've been thinking about my next one for like a year now.
Yeah.
But it'll be probably like 2 years by the time I actually get to start drafting anything in that. And like it will have marinated for a long time. So it's like the phase in your writing, like the where you're at in your writing journey, I think also dictates the length of like when things marinate. Then you have people that just write multiple things at the same time. Couldn't be
like at the end of it, it depends on the type of person that you are, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's no one right way to do anything, and everybody is different. And isn't that so frustrating and also so incredible, you know?
Yes,
like, there's no rule.
It's what makes this such like a freeing activity in a lot of ways. And like I just love how different authors are and how that makes books different. And like we need to celebrate that. Not even just like diversity in the traditional sense, but just like diversity of experiences and viewpoints and perspectives. I think about that all the time. And procedures, processes. Becca, you're infecting me.
My husband and I were literally talking today that's like, it's so annoying that so much of growing up in any facet of your life is just like procedures and processes. Just Oh, you're talking about how I infected you with the bad words. Yeah, I did that too. Just clocked it.
She's like, oh no, I understand what's happening now. You got it.
You got it. You got it. It is. Oh my gosh, it's so dark outside, but it's 7 p.m.
There's so many good questions coming in though.
I know. I'm
wanna
like
keep
reluctant. Okay, I have to call it. I have to set a boundary.
You're gonna do it. Okay.
Well, if you guys want to answer.
No. You're running this show.
This is your Lynn. Take charge. You're in charge.
I don't want to be in charge anymore.
Okay.
If you listen to the latest Craft and Crash Outs episode, sorry. Okay. We're good. We love Craft and Crash Outs here. Big shout out to the best writing podcast in the world at the moment. Okay, but I am calling it. Thank you so much, guys, for coming to this. Thank you to Natalie and Becca for co-hosting. I can't get over how similar our outfits look. I'm sorry, ADHD. But love you all, and I hope you got some good words in. I definitely did, and that you were amused and entertained by our conversation. Have a wonderful night or day, depending on your time zone, and goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Have a good night.